I'm sorry, my camera stopped on me again. It does that. Every so often it just up and stops. So, but I am bent on getting this video finished. So what ended up happening was that I ended up coming home and I felt a lot better. And in fact, I ended up feeling so good that I ended up actually asking my mom, did they actually give me a shot? And I had forgotten that I had felt the pinch of the needle, but I didn't feel anything this time. And I was actually wondering if the guy had actually given me a shot because I was feeling really, really good. And my mom was like, yeah, I saw the needle go into your skin. I saw him give you the shot. You definitely got a shot. And I was like, well, okay. You know, because I didn't feel sick at all like I did the last time. I was actually starting to feel better and better and better. And I was like, and I even said that, wow, this is great. I'm not getting anything at all like I did last time. This is fantastic. You know, nothing's happening. And it was the Moderna, you know, and nothing was happening. It was great. It was absolutely great. And so I went along like that. And then the day that I got the shot, that evening, so I got the shot at about 2 in the afternoon, I think it was. And by about 3, because this was the state fairgrounds that we had to go out to. So it took us about like at least an hour to drive out, you know, 45 minutes without traffic just to go out to the state fairgrounds. So it takes us an hour to get out to the state fairgrounds and an hour to get back, you know. So I was fine. And then night fell and it was early evening. And I don't know what time it was. I want to say it was 4 or 5 o'clock. It was probably right around 6 o'clock because I remember watching the evening news with them. But it was about the time that Wheel of Fortune comes on, so that had to be around 7, 8 o'clock. Because I didn't watch Wheel of Fortune. I watched the evening news, and I think I watched the local news. But around 7 or 8 o'clock, you know, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock at the earliest, the bottom started dropping out. And the bottom dropped out fast. I got sick. I got very sick. I ended up in the bathroom having diarrhea, you know, having gut problems, having stomach problems. And I ended up sick. And now this is the stuff that I can't remember. And it's probably because my brain was being deprived of what it needed. This bedroom, I hate it because it's haunted, but it's connected. It's a Jack and Jill setup where there's a bedroom on either side of the bathroom and both bedrooms have a doorway into the bathroom. And I'm grateful for that now because I needed to be right next to the bathroom. And what ended up happening to me is that, and now I knew I was sick. You know, I had the racing heartbeat, the extremely high fever. I felt horrible all over my entire body. And I spent an entire night of not sleeping with my heart racing. It was going off beat. I was getting more than tachycardia. I was getting actually, you know, they call it heart flutter. My mom has it too. And so I was getting, you know, tachycardia with heart flutter, which means, you know, and I know if you've ever taken nursing classes, that's like, oh my God, that's precursor to a heart attack. You need to, you know. But I just got to tell you already, if you're feeling that sick, you don't want to go to the doctor. You just want your life to be saved. You know, you kind of like the last thing on your mind is going to the doctor. You just want your life to be saved. And so here I am, you know, nearly puking on my shoes, laying in the bed here, burning hot, just feeling horrible. And because of the nervous problems, I already have a neurological problem of some kind. It feels like bugs are crawling all over on the inside of my skin. And like I have these pins and needles of heat prickling every pore of my body, of my muscles. So it doesn't feel good. It feels horrific. And I'm laying there out of it because, you know, this is the flu. You know, this is the COVID flu. They give you enough of it to actually get your body to produce an immune response. So, and I don't care what anyone says, I didn't know that I was this sick. I knew that I was sick, and I knew that I was really, really bad sick, but I didn't know that I was this sick. And I'm just going to tell everyone, I had another near-death experience, another one since 2014. And I was shocked that a vaccination could give me a near-death experience, which shows how raw it is. So I didn't know that I was that close to death. And every time I've had a near-death experience, I know that a lot of people see heaven. I know a lot of people see Jesus. They see angels. They see beautiful gardens. They see beautiful water. They see pets that, and relatives. And, they see wild animals that they're loving to them and all this wonderful stuff. Every last time I personally have had a near-death experience, I have been in hell. And I have been bothered by Satan. I have been bothered by demons. I have been dragged down by banshees. At one point when I gave blood, darkness itself formed, darkness formed around me. And then out of the darkness itself started forming into claws and teeth and these sheets with claws and teeth. And I've never heard, and before that it was always male voices, always male voices. Always. It was always males, always men. But this is the first time I've ever had women, when I gave blood, have anything to do with a near-death experience. And I literally had screaming banshees, as I call them, pulling me down into hell. So I got another near-death experience from this. I didn't know that I was that sick. And I actually ended up having 2 demons with wings, black wings. They were black, and I don't mean African American. I mean the darkness itself. Like they have, and I guess they don't have features, which is why I don't believe in near-death experiences. I seriously believe that it is the neurology of the body, and your body is trying to tell you in the only words that it has that I'm sick. Now, why some people's neurology would give them heaven and why some people's neurology would give them hell, I don't know. To me, it's more logical for it to give you hell and say, hey, you're dying, I'm sick, I'm going through hell, I'm in hell, I'm being tortured, which is what I figure my body is doing. So I became so sick that I had another near-death experience, and these 2 demons stood at the foot of my bed. And they kind of looked at something. I don't know what to call it. They looked at their notes, their charts, their something. And one took something from me and the other one took something else from me. And I know that it was from the COVID shot. And they both had black wings. They were made out of the darkness and evilness itself. But oddly enough, they took something from me, both of them. And what they took from me was illness. They didn't take anything good from me. They didn't take anything out of my heart or soul or anything like that. That's good. What they took from me was illness. Each one took something, and then they left. And I wasn't sure if I should say thank you or not because they were demons. My initial reaction was to fight them off, but I couldn't move. I was laying in bed and I could not move, and I was feeling horrific. But I kind of croaked out a thank you, I guess, in the end, because I thought, well, I'm probably obligated to say thank you. So anyway, the second COVID shot made me so sick that I had a near-death experience. And the last time I had a near-death experience, my kidneys were failing. And it was in 2014, September 1st, 2014. So yeah, and believe it or not, and you can believe in spiritual stuff all you want, I don't know what to think about it. I don't believe in it. I'm trying to figure out an answer. I'm trying to find out whether or not this shit is real. But interestingly enough, after that, I was still horrifically sick. But I stopped going downhill because I was just going downhill and downhill and downhill. And after those things left, I plateaued and I didn't go past that. And it took about 5 to 7 days for me to actually start getting better. And I was recovering for a full month. And for 2 full weeks, after that initial 5 to 7 days of being horrifically sick, it took about 2 full weeks for me to even crawl out of bed. You know, I managed, after about like 5 to 7 days, I managed to crawl into my bedroom that isn't as haunted and be able to recover the rest of the way there. And somewhere around the end of the 2-week mark, I managed to, you know, actually start crawling out of my bed and, you know, eating and whatnot. But so yeah, and I'm just saying, if a vaccination, that shows how raw and how rough these vaccinations are and how terrible they are, if it can give a person a near-death experience. And I just want to say, near-death experiences are like seizures. Denying them is stupid and shows you for the idiot you are. I know that that's an opinion, but that's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. I see near-death experiences as seizures, and they are full-body seizures that happen right upon the eve of death. And I got to have another, clearly, near-death experience, and I didn't know that I was that close to death. So, and I don't know if those demons were real, or if they were what they probably were, a thing from my imagination, and the only way for my body to let me know that, hey, I'm checking out here, you know, and I feel horrible, and fuck you, you know. And I don't blame my body for saying fuck you, you know, because I am horribly sick, and I've tried to follow what other people have said, you know, and just ignore my body's ailments and not take care of my health. But thankfully now I do have the ability to take care of my health, and I do want to continue taking care of my health, you know. But yeah, so that's it. And that was my vaccination experience. And now the reason I have made this video, the whole reason I have made this video is because now they're wanting us to get boosters. And I am positive beyond a shadow of a doubt that this booster is going to be even worse than the original vaccinations. And I wouldn't be surprised if it kills me. And I wouldn't be surprised if it actually gives me long-haul symptoms, long-haul problems. And the worst part, it's not like I can get my hands on a doctor who will even admit that I'm physically ill so that I can even file for disability. And just in case, just to save my channel from being taken down, you know, I'm not against the government. I'm not against the state government. I'm not against business. I'm just not. But I gotta say, I don't like, you know, just, you know what? I'm just gonna say this instead. Please give me the money to move out from where I'm living. Give me a place to live and give me the money to move out from where I'm living. So that way I don't have to go through the booster, and so that I can put my body's health first. Please give me the resources and the funds. In fact, I'm even calling out to all spirits and all of existence and all the universe here. Please give me the money and the funds to put my body's health first, and give me the money and the resources to move out so that I don't have to take the booster shot. I don't want to take the booster shot. I don't want to get anywhere near it. I think the vaccine is, after going through that, I don't want to go through it again. I don't want to put my life at risk, you know, like that. And I don't want to live, because I have lived far too long in this body, in this life. I have lived far too long with one foot in the grave, half dead, half alive. And I don't want to go through that again. And I am beyond positive that that is what will happen to me if I get the booster shot, because of who I live with, because I live with my elderly parents who they like to call themselves Democrat, even though in action and in word they are extremely Republican, but they're 1980s Reagan era kind of Republicans. Either way, they're from the World War II era of, if the government says to do it, then you do it. That's the way my dad thinks, and my mom supports that. Fine, that's for them. That's their life. That isn't me. I don't want to live like that. I don't believe like that. I believe that we should think for ourselves and think for our own bodies and be able to have freedom to act and believe and do as we believe and so choose. And the same thing with, you know, for your kids. But, I mean, but obviously because of health issues, I don't have any money, you know, because of health issues and the little bit of money that I have had in my life going to medical bills and the hospitals, I don't have any money. I don't have any money to support myself. So please, if anyone would be willing, any businesses, anything, anyone at all would be willing to give me the money to move out so that I don't have to take the booster shot, please, you know, please, dear God, please, anyone who views this. And I know I'm begging, and I don't care. I don't want to take that booster shot. I'm willing to be, what's that TV show? They call it Shameless or whatever. I'm willing to be shameless in order to not have to take that booster shot. I don't want to have to go through that again. I am begging for my life, quite literally, and I don't want to go through that again. I just don't. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of my choices being ripped away from me. And I'm just sick of the whole thing, you know? And I gotta admit, I'm sick and tired of going to doctors now, too. But, and honestly, with the way it is, I would much rather die from the booster shot than end up living half dead, half alive, because that is a far worse damnation than dying, I have found out. Literally, that is a far worse damnation than just actually straight out kicking. Because at least in the line of kicking, I hope to God that it's not the first, you know, well, not first. I hope it's not all this terrible stuff that I've experienced in the line of near-death experiences, you know. I don't believe any of this hell stuff that I've been through. In all my near-death experiences, I really think it's my body letting me know that it's sick and it's very upset about being sick. And I agree with it because I'm very upset about being sick and I don't want to be sick, you know? But yeah. So that's why I made this video. And the very last part of this is the fact that I am going to do my damnedest to hurry up and film up all of the videos that I wanted to film, how to do watercolor, how to do watercolor pencils, how to do acrylic, because I have an entire system that I worked up years and years and years ago about how to introduce yourself to painting with watercolors, how to introduce yourself into painting with acrylics, how to layer the paint and everything. And I'm going to go ahead and film up those videos and I'm going to post them. I hope I don't have to get political again on this channel. I really hope not, because this channel is supposed to be about escapism. It's supposed to be about, I have to admit, it's supposed to be about shirking your responsibilities for all of like 10 seconds or 2 hours, however long you can manage, and just escaping it all, trying to relax, trying to, you know, meditate, you know, trying to learn something and actually get somewhere in your hobbies and talents in life, you know, just doing whatever it takes to feel better. And so, yeah. And I do want to say I'm sorry about any videos that I may have put up that don't make people feel better. I hope to be able to get better at that. You know, I hope to be able to make people feel better with these videos. I haven't had a good camera. I haven't had a good sound system. I haven't been able to purchase any, you know, copyright-free music. So if anyone wants to give me copyright-free music, if anyone wants to give me a nice high-end fancy camera that I can literally live stream from, that I can plug a lapel mic into, if anyone wants to give me any of these things, then just let me know. Direct message me. I actually had an Amazon account that I was putting stuff on it, but because no one ever watched my channel, you know, I went ahead and I haven't updated it or done anything with it. So yeah. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and film I'm going to try to hurry up and film as much as I can here. I'm due to get a booster in December. And unless I'm miraculously given the money to move out and live somewhere else before then, yeah, this channel is pretty much doomed, more than likely, because I'm pretty much doomed. And I'm not happy with that one darn bit. So please, y'all, give me what I need to be able to not have to go through this. You know, I'm literally begging for my life here, please. Because I don't want to, because I'm not the only one who had some really bad results from these boosters. And it looks like they're not mixing them well or combining them well, and people are getting all kinds of weird and funky reactions to, you know, to the shots, just to the initial shots. So I am really scared about the booster. So, yeah. And I know that I've painted really, really slowly here. And it's been because I've been concentrating more on what I'm saying, and I haven't given one thought really to what my hand is doing and what my eyes are doing and what I'm doing. And I know that this video is more than likely about 2 hours long. I'm sorry about that. If it's even an hour and a half, that is a lucky thing. More than likely, I will have to split this video into 2 videos. I hope I don't have to. But if I have to, then I have to. And also, yes, I am going to be putting myself on camera so that people can at least have a general idea, some varying, vague idea of what I looked like while I was alive. I do like the idea of putting myself on camera and letting everyone know what I looked like while I was alive. At least a general passing smattering of it, because I will be dressed up so that, you know, people won't recognize me. Because I don't need people hating me for my health problems. I mean, I'm sick and tired of being hated for being sick, you know, and I'm sick and tired of being hated for being a human being and having an opinion of my own. So, yeah. Anyway, this is actually done. I never thought that I would ever finish this. I'm going to call this done. Did I paint that in? I can't tell. I think I just painted this one in too. Yeah, I did. So there we go. I am calling this done now. So there we go. I finally finished this. Sorry that I didn't have it on camera there the whole time. And that's it. And I'm glad I got to sit down and finally tell you all what happened to me, and I'm sorry. I actually want to apologize for getting so sick and having such a bad reaction to the very raw and very untested booster. Yeah, very raw and very untested, you know, vaccine. Which is really ridiculous. I'm the victim of it. The victim should never have to apologize, period. But there you go. There you go. So, this is done. I'm calling it quits for now. And, yeah. I don't know what to say or what to do other than this video has been so long. Thank you for sitting through it. Anyone who has, thank you for sitting through the disclaimers. And you get, you know, 1 million points. I have no way to give you points. I have no stockpile of points to give you. But anyone who sat through this video to this point, you get 1 million love points. How about that? You get 1 million points out of the never-ending, out of the never-existing, never-ending well of love. You get 1 million love points just for sitting through this video and not mentally or emotionally or spiritually crapping all over everything that I've said, if there's anyone out there who's done that. And thank you for sitting through it to the end. And if this is 2 videos, thank you for sitting through both videos to the end. And I don't know what to say other than just to cut it off with my usual sign-off, Nanu Nanu, live long and prosper. Remember what Mr. Rogers said, it's you I like, it's every part of you, it's your soul, it's your heart, it's your core, it's you. You are valuable. Remember, laughter and happiness save lives. And I say, hermits unite, hummingbirds unite, and also the other saying for myself that I figured out, may you be like a squirrel, may your home always be safely hidden and your cheeks always full of nuts, or at least always full of good stuff. So, love you lots, thank you for sitting through this, and bye. Bye for now, bye. Bye. Bad toilet paper, bad.